Hey everyone, Skylar the Scott Man, and we are here in Mexico City in the Roma Norte neighborhood, and we're here to do a hotel review of the 4 Points by Sheraton in Roma Norte, Mexico City, Mexico. The hotel has about several floors in height, and head inside you have the main lobby area where you can check in. There's also a little small, tiny cafe, more for like takeaway items. And there's also the restaurant Oren, which is where you can go for a breakfast buffet. You can also have a full menu too for like lunch and dinner as well at the restaurant. There's even a bar area. And if you head up to the 7th floor, there's the exercise room available 24 hours a day. Got some exercise machines, and the coolest part, you get spectacular views from the very top up there. What a view.
And we made it to the room. This is room 609 here on the
floor, and I'll go ahead and turn the camera on the other way so that way you're not seeing me the entire time. So I got a double bed or a double room. Let me point this down a little bit. So come in here, you got some free water over there, an ice bucket, you got a coffee maker, also a safe right there, got some drawers, and then also a wardrobe where you can hang up your clothes. Also, there's an ironing board and an iron. It's a little dark in there, but oh well. Got a luggage rack right here, and then got a very large desk here, perfect for having a laptop or even 2 laptops. Nice little chair over there where you can sit in, and then you got 2 beds, 2 double beds. This is really nice and cozy, I have to say. Also, the room has an air conditioner which comes out over there. And then we will head over into the bathroom. And you have me over there in the mirror. Very large desk area. Not desk area, I'm sorry, the sink area. Got the toilet. And then turn over here, and then we have a shower. It's a nice walk-in shower, door that opens up and closes. But yeah, this is quite nice, I have to say. All right, so stay tuned and I will give you the review for the hotel. All right, it is time for the hotel review. So as I do with all the different hotel reviews, I'm gonna be rating it from 1 to 5 stars, 1 being it was absolutely horrendous to 5 being it was the best experience I've ever had. So what am I going to be giving this hotel? I'm going to be rating it 3.5 stars. So I'm going to weigh in all the pros and the cons for the hotel. Of course, starting with the pros. So first off with the pros, it's a very nice hotel. The room was really nice. The bed was very comfy. The bed wasn't too firm. It wasn't too soft or anything like that. So it was pretty nice. The air conditioning worked very well. And the Wi-Fi, which there's pros and cons with that. The pros with the Wi-Fi is that it was pretty fast. It wasn't wicked fast, but it was good enough for me to be able to do anything I need to do, like with browsing the web or even watching like a YouTube video or something. So that was really nice. Also, the people are very, very friendly here, very welcoming. And even down at the restaurant, people were really nice. So yeah, the hospitality is really nice, and also too the daily housekeeping, they did a phenomenal job, and they even gave me free bottles of water every day, which is appreciated because it's not really recommended to drink the tap water in Mexico or anything, but so I always had enough water for each day, so that was very, very nice of them. And although I didn't drive here, but they even offer free parking and free valet parking for a hotel in Mexico City. That is amazing. It's like hotels in the United States need to do this. But then again, it's like Mexico City is a very busy city. It's like I don't recommend driving in the city at all. But if you do, they got free parking here. But yeah. And I already mentioned about the air conditioning too, so it worked very well, kept the room nice and cool. Also, the bathroom was really nice too. The shower was nice and hot, good enough water pressure. The toilet worked very well. And the room was very clean, which I really enjoyed. So those are the pros. And also the location too is pretty nice. It's here in Roma Norte. It's very close to a lot of great spots to eat, like a lot of great taquerias, and really close to El Moro for those delicious churros. But now I'll get into some of the cons. So the first con is that while the breakfast was really good, there is a possibility, but I can't prove it, but I may have gotten traveler's diarrhea from it. But again, I'm just noting it because it was one of the things I ate before something like that happened to me. But I can't put blame on the restaurant because there's a possibility it could have been something else I had the night before. So, but I want to bring it out there just in case. But other than that, I had breakfast the other mornings here and I was just fine. But the food was really good though. But all right, now I'll get to the actual cons. But so with the Wi-Fi, actually before I get to that, you can probably even hear the ambulance. So it is a very noisy hotel because you could easily hear the main street, and it can keep you up at night because Mexico City is not asleep, or it's not a city that gets to bed early or anything. I think it's kind of like New York. So one thing I would advise is I would highly advise, if you can, to get an even number room at this hotel. Do not get an odd number room, because if you do, you're gonna be facing the street and it's gonna keep you up. I had to sleep with my fan app to block out some of the noise, and it still wasn't perfect. I was eventually able to fall asleep, but yeah, you have been warned. So if you have no choice but to get an odd number room, you might even want to bring earplugs. So that was a major con for me. And also the Wi-Fi, it's like it worked very well, but there were times where the Wi-Fi would go out, but it usually wasn't out for more than maybe 20 to 30 minutes, so it can be very inconvenient. And then another thing too is that there's also supposed to be a rooftop bar here at this restaurant, but when I went up to the top floor, which is where the exercise room is, I noticed that it was blocked off with tape. So it's almost like that, at least currently, that is currently closed. So that's very unfortunate because we probably could get some really cool views of the city from up there, from up at the terrace. So hopefully they get that open back up soon or something, because that would have been so cool to check out. And then also the last thing is kind of the location. So while it's Roma Norte is a great location. Like if you're looking to do more things in Centro Historico, it is a long walk. Like it would take you at least 30 to 40 minutes to walk to El Zocalo from here. So you pretty much would have to either use public transportation or get an Uber if you want to go into Centro Historico. But the good news though is that Ubers are pretty inexpensive here in Mexico City. So it's not all that bad. But Roma Norte is a great location. I do recommend this location though, just because you're close to a lot of cool stuff, and also close to La Condesa, another fantastic neighborhood. But yeah, so I ended up staying here with points, so I'm definitely glad I stayed here though. So overall, I had a pretty good stay for the most part. And would I stay here again? I'd say I would, just because, again, I do like the Roma Norte location. And if I had points to use for staying here, yeah, it's totally worth it. But if the rates were really high, then I might want to look somewhere else. But I did enjoy my stay here, and so thank you for listening to the hotel review of the 4 Points by Sheraton here in the Roma Norte area of Mexico City. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that we don't miss out any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.